In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make delicious teriyaki chicken from scratch. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Seasoning. I'm your host, Farnum, and today we're going to Japan, baby. You hear the jet sounds. We are making teriyaki sauce from scratch. Literally one of the easiest sauces you can make, and it goes well on everything. It's really gonna expand what you can make every night in your kitchen by just having some homemade teriyaki sauce to the side. Before we jump into the recipe though, please scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment below. Let me know what's your favorite teriyaki dish. But listen, we're doing a crispy chicken thigh smothered in some delicious homemade teriyaki sauce on a bed of fluffy sushi rice. B-roll time, let's go. All right, so we're gonna make a teriyaki chicken dish, rice with teriyaki chicken on top, some green onion. The ingredients you'll need are, I've got bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. It's gonna get nice and crispy. Some sushi rice. Yo, let's rock out with a red hot chili pepper, green onion, ginger, garlic, sesame seeds, Mirin. This is a sweet Japanese cooking wine. They should have it at your local grocery store. Low sodium soy sauce, some sake. Again, this was only like $7 or $8 at my local grocery store. It'll be in the wine section. The oil of olives. Cornstarch, great for thickening up a sauce and making your chafing stop. All right, it's prep work time, and we're gonna start with the sushi rice because by the time our chicken is done and our sauce is done, it'll be fairly quick. The rice will be done. So all we're gonna do, pour out a 1/3 cup of sushi rice, put it into our bowl, give it a nice rinse, and then I'm just gonna pop that into my rice maker. If you don't have a rice maker, I'm assuming most of you don't, you can check this video out right here. In that video, I'm gonna show you how to boil it on the stove and make perfect sushi rice right on the stove top. All right, so when it comes to making actual teriyaki sauce, traditionally it's only like 3 ingredients, okay? So we got sake, soy sauce, and mirin. However, you can add a few things to it to kind of spice it up, give it a little bit more flavor. And today we'll be using a little garlic, we'll be using some ginger, and we'll also be using a little red chili to spice things up a little bit. Another thing to note, a lot of people put sugar in their teriyaki sauce. I'm using low sodium soy sauce. That way we don't need more sugar to kind of even the saltiness out. We should have enough sweet from our mirin right here. If we need to add sugar, we can later. You can make it however you want, but let's go ahead and prep these veggies out. All right, so we're gonna start with 3 cloves of garlic. All we're gonna do, check this out, is we're just gonna cut the butt off just like that, and we're gonna give it a little spank. And then we're gonna go ahead and peel the shell off. Now, once we have the shell off, we can go ahead and cut this down the middle, give it some opposing cuts, and then we just hit it with a fine chop, scoop it up into the bowl. All right, next we got some root. That is ginger root, okay? So we're gonna take a knob of this off. So we'll cut that off. And then all we're gonna do is peel it, and then we're gonna slice it up thinly, fine chop, scoop it up into a bowl. All right, next we got an Anaheim chili. Obviously optional. If you don't like spice, you don't have to, but I do like a little bit of heat and some teriyaki, so I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna hit this with nice thin slices just to get a few of these little slices off. All right, next, we're just gonna go ahead and drizzle some of these on top. It's not liquid, I don't know why I said drizzle, but yeah, we're gonna take some green onion. I'm just gonna cut one little stalk off. And then we'll start from the bottom. Now we're here, but so I just like to go at it at a very sharp angle, and the reason why is because then we start getting these slices that look nice and long and impressive, just like that. All right, next we're doing a thicker soy sauce. Now, generally you can get soy sauce that's very thin, but we want ours to be more of a glaze, nice and thick. So we are gonna need about 3, we'll do 2. We'll do 2, and if we need more later, we can do it. But we'll do 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then later on, we're just gonna put 3 tablespoons of water in here, mix it up, pour it into our sauce. That's it. Sorry. All right, you know the rules. If you got wood, you're not putting raw chicken on it, okay? So I got my plastic cutting board here. Now let's talk about these chicken thighs real quick. All right, so you can use boneless, skinless, that's fine if you don't wanna do this process, but if you want a nice crispy chicken thigh to put that teriyaki sauce on, we're gonna do it just like this, okay? So the bone is in, yes, we're gonna flatten it out. Now we're just gonna gently run our knife across the bottom of the bone, staying close to the bone and around the edges. The whole goal here is to make a little pocket that we can stick the knife under, as you can see right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and slide it out towards the end of the bone. It's gonna free it up. up. Then we could trace it back towards the other end, flip it out, and then cut it off. And then at this point, all we have to do is clean up the chicken. That just means cut off any excess fat and skin. All right, as far as this chicken goes, now that we've got the bone out, we've got it trimmed up, they look nice and beautiful. We're gonna take a paper towel, and then all we're gonna do is just tap and push into the skin. We wanna go ahead and try to get as much moisture out of that skin as we can. Obviously, you can let this sit salted in the fridge overnight, but you know, I kind of think that people wanna make their dinners within an hour of, you know, buying the groceries. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna go ahead and try to dry the skin off, pat it dry as best as we can. And then we're just gonna go ahead and hit both sides with a generous pinch of salt and pepper. All right, the rice beat me to it, so we're gonna have to fluff it real quick. Let's go. All right, chicken's done. Let's go ahead and hit the stove. All right, so we're over at the stove. Now check this out, very simple setup. I got my pan and my chicken right here. That's all you're gonna need for the chicken. And then I've just got all the ingredients for my teriyaki sauce right here. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our chicken. Let me grab a fork, that way I'm not having to wash my hands in the middle of this. Okay, so chicken is go on. Look, cold pan. I'm not gonna burn my fingerprints off again. We're in a cold pan, and the reason why is because we want the fat in the skin to render out on this chicken so it gets ultra crispy. So we're gonna pop skin side down, and then all we're gonna do is turn this on a very low heat, okay? So I'm chilling right there. We're just gonna pop that on, and it is gonna be so ultra crispy, you're gonna love it. Now, when it comes to this, our teriyaki sauce, here we go, medium heat, and the first thing we're doing is we're going in with a couple tablespoons, just a little bit of olive oil, just enough to go ahead and coat our little veggies that we're gonna toss in there. And then I'm gonna wait until this olive oil heats up a little bit. Again, we're on a nice medium heat, which is a low medium. We'll be right back. All right, so our oil is starting to heat up. We're going in with our red chilies, and then we're going in with our ginger and our garlic. Now, we don't want this to be super hot. I only waited about 30 seconds, okay? Because if it gets super hot, then we burn our garlic, and then our sauce does not taste great. So we're gonna get that in there, and then we're gonna go ahead and go in and just make sure that we get that oil covered on all garlic, all pepper, and all ginger. All right, so it's been about a minute and a half. Go ahead and check this out real quick. We can see things are starting to toast up in here, and we're gonna prevent this from burning by going in with our wine. So check it out. It's very easy. We're doing equal parts. We're gonna do 1 cup of our sake. There we go. Just like that. And the reason why we're doing the sake first, because we want that alcohol to go ahead and cook out. And then we're gonna go in with our mirin as well. So here we go, we'll pop our mirin. We're gonna do 1 cup of mirin. There we go, 1 cup of mirin. Mirin has a little bit of alcohol as well. Go ahead and get that in there. And then lastly, 1 cup of soy sauce. And then we can pop that in here as well. And then we're just gonna go ahead and give this a nice little mix. And then we're gonna let it come to a simmer. Now I want y'all to check something out real quick. Look how low we got this heat right here on this chicken. See how low that is? It's barely on, but look at our chicken. We're starting to get all of that fat kind of rendered down, and it's releasing into the bottom of the pan. We're getting some crispy poppy action going on. It's gonna be fire. We're gonna have to be patient with it, but it will work out. So again, we got this on a nice low heat. As far as the sauce goes, we're gonna bring it to a simmer. All right, you remember our 2 tablespoons of cornstarch? Well, I've got 3 tablespoons of water right here. We're gonna give this a little mix, and we're gonna turn this into a slurry. And then little by little, we're gonna drizzle that into our teriyaki sauce, and this is just gonna help it thicken up into that glaze that we all love. We're just gonna go ahead and mix that all in there. And at this point, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna keep this on a nice low simmer until it thickens up into the consistency that we want. We'll be back. All right, so as you can see, we've got our teriyaki sauce just sitting here, reducing and thickening up. We're gonna give that a couple more minutes, and it has been about 10.5 minutes on our chicken. Let's go ahead and just check and see what the skin looks like. We're gonna have to get in there. All right, let's just check and see what we're working with. Okay, almost there. We got a nice, almost golden color. We could get it a little more. Now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for all the sides. All right, so as you can see, we are definitely thickening up here in the teriyaki world. Now check me out. I tried it. I like it just like that. I'll be real. I like it a little more on the salty side. Jamari wants it a little sweeter. So like I said, at this point, you can decide how sweet you want it. We're gonna go in with a little bit of sugar at a time. And we're just gonna sugar to taste. So add in about 1.5 tablespoons right there, and then we're gonna mix it in, and then we'll just continue to add as we need and try it out. Our chicken is pushing 18 minutes. It's almost perfectly golden brown, and we'll be ready to flip. It has been 25 minutes exactly. Let me show y'all what this looks like real quick. All right. Look at that. That is so crispy and beautiful. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flip this chicken over on the other side. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is turn our heat up to a medium or so. And we're just gonna let this finish cooking through. All right, now over here, I want y'all to check this out. We ended up adding a few tablespoons of sugar because Jamari likes it a little more on the sweet side. Give it a taste test. Literally, that is teriyaki sauce. Now it's missing one thing. Y'all know what that is, right? Y'all know what this is. Jermaine Dupree. We need some sesame seeds in here. So go ahead and just add them in. Now you could toast these if you want to. Not crucial, but I like it chunky. And we're just gonna go ahead and mix those sesame seeds in there. Ladies and gentlemen, what you have at your disposal, homemade, beautiful teriyaki that is good in the fridge for weeks. Time. Look, we've had this on the other side for exactly 4 minutes. Let me show you what it looks like. Boom, nice, browned, beautiful. The longer these sit out, the crispier they're gonna get, but I just wanted to let you know, these just came off. I want you to hear this real quick. B-roll, let's plate it up. Are you kidding me right now? Do you see this? Look at how beautiful that is. Now hear me out, we're about to do this taste test. I wanna note one thing. It took about 10-15 minutes for us to get all our thumbnails and all the B-roll and whatnot, so this is not gonna be as crispy. However, I did save one piece that is going to be nice and crispy so you can hear that crunch on camera. But as for now, we are going in with this chicken teri. Oh my goodness, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The roasted flavor from that skin. See, that's not something you get commonly when you order chicken teriyaki, is skin on, okay? Because it gets soggy, but when you make it at home, you're able to do it because you have more control and the skin just adds so much. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, bro. This is probably one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's so simple, but it is just, I gotta let Jamar try this.
Y'all know how long I've been waiting on this.
You ain't ready.
Yo, and it's still crunchy. This better than any restaurant you gonna go to. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, I gotta try one more.
Yo, it's so good, isn't it? Do I have to say anything else? Look at that. Listen, I'm not exaggerating. I swear wholeheartedly on my life, that is the best chicken teriyaki I have ever had by a mile. It's not even close. It's delicious. The chicken, the roasted chicken flavor that comes out of that, insanity. The great part is look how much extra teriyaki sauce we got left over. Look at this. Oh, I just spilled some, damn it. We got all this teriyaki sauce left over, so all you have to do is go to the store, get your thighs, throw them on a pan, and let it go for 28 minutes, and you're good. You got an amazing dinner. I'm gonna let this keep draining. All right, so as you can see, we've got a ton left over. This is enough for a few dinners, and it's good in your fridge for up to a month, so you can enjoy a bunch of teriyaki throughout the weeks. Hey, on a star scale, I'm not kidding. It is a certified, I've never been so sure of 5 stars in my life. 5-star teriyaki chicken. If you're still watching, please scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit a comment below, but more importantly, please, please, please try to make this at home. You are gonna blow your own mind. My name is Farnum, this is More Seasoning. Me and Jamar about to kill this last piece of chicken. We out.